You guys ever try recording a video and you nail it, you hit it very hard, and you look over and you realize you didn't hit the record button? Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is the King Coda, and welcome to another video. We're going over the 5 things that Genshin Impact needs going into future updates. Now, this was originally going to be the 10 things that I think Genshin Impact needs, but half the list was already covered with this recent update. Going into 1.1. So here's hoping that maybe the other 5 get covered going into 1.2. But let's start off the list with number 1. So number 1 on my list is to rerun dungeons. Now, this might seem a little bit confusing. What I mean is you can play through dungeons plenty of times, but I want there to be like a little checkbox that I hit, and it's when I complete this dungeon, it restarts the dungeon right away. You know, once I collect my loot, boom, it starts over. I don't want to be kicked out of the dungeon and have to go back in. I know it's petty, it's minor, but playing with other people through matchmaking, I really want to just run the dungeon with people. I don't want to be teleported to their world, wait for the player 1 to queue for the dungeon, because sometimes they start searching for people and they go AFK and they don't realize they're player 1, and I'm just waiting on them to hit the fucking go. Anyways, I just really would like to immediately go from one run to another until I'm out of resin. That would be very beneficial, I think, and it's something I think they could implement fairly easily. Next thing. The next thing is going to be the missing artifacts in the game. There are some sets for elemental boosts. You know, there's the Animo set, there's the one for lightning, there's the one for Geo, there's a one for fire, but there's not one for ice or water, and I feel like that is very holding back some characters. When Child comes out, it's gonna be hard to know exactly what to build on him, because one of the things I would want to build on him would probably be hydro damage, but I can't do that, so I'm gonna have to look for other things to build on him. I just wish there was a set for hydro damage. I wish there was a set for cryo damage. I think that's pretty simple. Not much really to go more into. Just give us a couple more domains for the other artifact sets. Same vein, different thing. The ley lines for the XP and the Mora, they're actually pretty good. Not many people use them, but they're not all that bad for grinding out, especially on Sunday when the Ascension artifacts are kind of bad to grind, and you don't really know what else you want to grind. Why not grind these? But there needs to be one for ore. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing. Right now, the ore deposits that you can mine, they go on a huge ass cooldown after mining them, and you need so much ore in order to make weapons. Why not let me spend some resin on it? I think that, you know, 20 resin for like 4 or 5 of the crystal ore is not overpowered. I think it's perfectly fine. Put a ley line in for it, Mihoyo. Also, remove the blacksmith cap on XP. You can only craft so many weapon XP at a blacksmith in a day. That is bullshit. Remove that. Let me make all the XP I need, because you require so much of it to level up your weapons. Please, Mihoyo. Number 4 is gameplay incentivized loot. By that, I mean stuff that you can obtain in the open world. There's, of course, gameplay incentivized loot through the bosses, through the domains, but the open world's incentives are actually fairly on the weak side, I feel, especially after you've collected, you know, all the available chests you can, and you're just waiting on refreshes for that. There's not a lot of exploration feeling left in the game after a while, and I think that can be rectified by having more stuff like the Geoculus quest. For those of you that don't know, whenever you obtain all your Geoculus, you can actually unlock a tomb. Go into the tomb, fight a very difficult boss fight for early level, and then you're rewarded with this, a Noblesse Oblige 5-star artifact. I think a few more of these scattered around the world would make the open world experience a lot more fun. A good example is I saw a sword in a stone up here on like this floating island by Storm Terrors, but that sword in the stone doesn't do anything for you. You go and interact with it and you don't get anything out of it. What if that was, you know, a prototype ranker or something, you know? Not something like game-breaking to get an extra copy of, but something interesting to go and get. More of that in the game, I think, would be beneficial for the longevity of this game. And they could throw that kind of stuff in post-release. You know, there are areas to this game that they could change slightly, and if they mention that something new has appeared in the world or something, we would go explore and find it and be in, or like a big community thing. I think that's a great idea. Please give us reasons to explore the world. This world is huge and massive, and it's very like interesting to run around in, but there's no reason to after you've explored everything. Give us more reasons to go back and explore the world. All right, next thing. And the last thing that I would like to see in Genshin Impact is character skins. I've talked about it, I will continue to talk about it. I want skins for characters. The dressing room right now, all you get are wings, and you can't even get one set of the wings. Please make this available to everyone. PS4 had their exclusivity for a little while. Give us to everyone, please. And the wings are great, and there's 2 new sets coming, but I want something for the characters. For one thing, my Diluc here is 80 out of 80. Next Ascension is going to be the last Ascension for this character. What if I unlock a skin when I got him to last Ascension? That's not currently a thing in the game. Whenever you get a character to their 90th Ascension, their stats just go up. That's it. When you get their friendship to max, you get a name card. That's it. Name cards are interesting, and there are some people that really like them, but it's not like as good as a character skin, you know? I just want a physical change to my character for putting time and effort into them. Right now, the only physical change is equipping them with a different weapon. You know, their artifacts don't change them, maxing out their talents doesn't change them, ascending them all the way doesn't change them. The only thing that changes is a different weapon. And I just want more. You know, events, you could put those skins into events. That would be great. Because right now the loot in events is kind of shit. So, please, Mihoyo, just give us skins. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comment section down below. If you got your own ideas, also let me know down below for what this game needs for longevity. And if you're watching this video when it goes live, I am going to be live streaming tomorrow for like 10 hours straight. We're going to be playing the 1.1 update as well as Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Come hang out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the future. Peace.